Now let us talk about two more important processes that takes place in plant. One is diffusion, another one is active transport. Diffusion. Diffusion is a process where the molecules move from the region of high concentration to the region of lower concentration. Diffusion especially deals with solid and gaseous molecule. Okay. Like in this diagram, you can see there are the concentration of the particle in this region, it is very high. On the other hand, the region where the arrow is pointed, in that region you can see the particles, the concentration of particle is very less. Over the period of time, spontaneously, the molecules move from the region of high concentration to the low concentration. If you want, you can consider one more example. If you have burnt an incense stick in one corner of the room, you can see the molecules of the fragrance or the fragrant molecule concentration is very high near the incense stick. After some period of time, you can see the molecules getting spread to the entire room. It is because of diffusion. So diffusion is a spontaneous process which does not require energy. In plants, the gaseous molecules get exchanged because of diffusion. Like in case of during the daytime, plants with the help of photosynthesis, they make oxygen. Okay, so in leaf, the molecule of oxygen is very high. Oxygen molecule is very high. On the other hand, in the surrounding region, the concentration of carbon dioxide is very high. And because of diffusion, carbon dioxide molecule will enter into the leaf, whereas oxygen will come out into the surrounding. Next important process is active transport. Active transport, from the name itself, active, it requires lots of energy. Okay, for this transportation, it requires lots of energy. Why it requires lots of energy? The reason is here the molecules move from its low concentration to the region of high concentration. In active transport, once again, the molecules move from the region of low concentration to the region of high concentration. So hence, it requires lots of energy. For example, in case of plants, if you will see, this is a plant, here there are roots present. In the roots, the concentration of mineral is very high. Okay, the concentration of minerals are very high as compared to the soil. Still, the plants tend to take up minerals with the help of water by the process of active transport. So here comes the use of active transport, or important process which is called as active transport, for taking up the minerals from the soil. So remember, diffusion, is spontaneous process. Does not require energy. On the other hand, active transport it requires energy. It requires energy in the form of ATP. You can consider an example. For example, just imagine you are climbing the hill. Okay, when you're climbing the hill, you're using lots of energy. So that is a kind of active transport. On the other hand, when you're coming down the hill, it is very spontaneous process. Without requirement of much energy, you can come down. So that is the case of diffusion. Okay, remember, this is very important again from examination point of view, that diffusion, it doesn't require energy. Diffusion always deals with gaseous and solid molecule, where the movement of molecules takes place from high concentration to low concentration. On the other hand, active transport, it is a process where molecules move from low concentration to the high concentration, that is against the concentration gradient. Hence, it requires lots of energy. Okay.